Polcyn, integrity partner, one of my oldest friends, talking about success principles. So Grady's about to light it on fire.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you, buddy. Did you tell the story about how we started working together again? Or we'll tell it another time. We've told it enough. But who's enjoying the event so far? Woo, appreciate that, right? The speakers get what you give, right? It's like I can go and I can give this speech into a closet, and I can give this speech into a raving room of future Hall of Fame producers, which I far more enjoy and far more see from this stage right now. And so I'm excited for my topic to share with you things that have helped change me, because I don't know if all of you are sitting here with 8% body fat and the discipline that you want and the success you want and the marriage you want and the relationship with your kids you want, but I had none of that a few years ago. And I don't have 8% body fat right now, so I'm still working on that one. But I figured out some things within me that I've also come to realize exist in other people, that if I could do my best to give you some tips and secrets, and what I'll call this is 6 things that I wish I implemented sooner. And so for those of you who are taking notes, you know I love you more than those that aren't, but that's just, you got to have your favorites, right? But 6 things I wish I implemented in sooner, and I'll get to that in a second here. But what I want to talk about, though, is what FFL is, and what Sean Mike has created is the right to work. And we're in a unique place coming out of the pandemic. We're in a unique place in society. We're in a unique place as a country. And what is that? That's that people will stay the same or people will change. And I think that the value that Sean has created and the company that he's created and FFL, which we have and we're all a part of, gives us something that most people will never have access to. And not because they aren't allowed in, but because no one will ever introduce it to them. And what I mean by that is the right to work. Like the right that you had a group of people that came up on stage that spent a few $1,000s a week and turned that into 4 or 5 times that from a skill set they've developed here is an opportunity that they've chosen to act upon. And that's the thing that I think separates people that are successful from those that want to be successful, is the decision to act. And if we decide to act on the opportunity that's in front of us, the life you want to create is waiting for you to be found. And so that's my initial advice to you, is to just, and that's not the point one, but that's just where it's been on my heart, is like FFL gives us the right to work. I want to go run 45, 55, 60 appointments in a week. I want to wake up at 4 a.m. and sell appointments on the East Coast, and then I want to work till midnight and sell clients in Hawaii. I can do that at FFL, right? I want to go I want to lock out counties 2 hours from my house or 20 hours from my house, drive up there and have 150, 200 leads that I get to knock out in a week. I can do that at FFL, right? Most people are trapped in hourly and salary jobs. Most people, they're trapped. They're waiting for their boss to retire, get fired, or die to get a promotion to make more money, and they're bound by this comfort and the warm bosom of a consistent paycheck. And that is okay. That is their choice. You're not here on a Saturday because that's the choice for you, is it? No, it's not. It's not just you're trying to get better. Who wants a great life? A great life. Say, hoo yeah. Hoo yeah. I don't know why I picked that cheer, but hoo yeah came out. So, but that's coming back around. That's the seriousness at what you can all do here if you decide to refine your skills. Everything these guys will share, the great trainings, the recordings, the podcasts, the free lead giveaways matter nothing if you don't dial the phone on Monday morning. It's all a waste of time and a waste of money. But if you'll dial the phone on Monday morning and make a deliberate decision to book 15 appointments and go take care of them on Tuesday and Wednesday and book another 15 on Thursday and go take care of them on Friday and Saturday, you'll start to embark a shift within yourself that will create someone who's unrecognizable to who is sitting here today. And that's what's exciting about life, is to have the right to work because of what we've all found, the secret we've found. And this isn't some BS nonsense, cult MLM nonsense that Jamie and I used to sell energy drinks for $4 a can in this very hotel room, which is actually where I met Mr. Mike Curry. And if I stole his thunder, I didn't mean to, but his Boots McGee's over there hiding in the hallway. So, but that's what I'm telling you, is there's so many nonsense BS opportunities that exist out there that don't hold a candle to what is possible here. And I want you just to lean in as you have today and just go, this is my moment. This is my day. This is the shift I've been dreaming of. The promises I made to my wife for years. The promises I made that I would get better and I would change and I would do this and I would create something. were all unfolded when I finally met Andrew Taylor, and he put me in a Facebook group, and I saw a bunch of yahoos out there protecting 5, 10 families a week, and I said, that's more families than I've ever seen in a month, let alone a week, and how do they do that? And I started to learn. So that's my hope for you guys here today. But to understand that your freedom here comes from passion, and to identify what you're passionate about. Is it helping people? Is it protecting your own family? Is it going out there and doing something bigger? Is it refining your skills? And so here's the 6 things that I wish I implemented sooner. First thing, wake up early. Wake up early, wake up early, wake up early, wake up early. And if I could have done this 10 years ago, I'd probably be at that 8% body fat, because I finally started working out early in the morning, better than the afternoon, and you kind of give up because you're tired. But what I'm trying to say is the wake up early is freedom, because it gives you this chip on your shoulder to know there's so many people out there that aren't doing what you're doing. And that's what true success is. It's you separating yourself from the crowd. It's the person running faster than the rest. It's that meme that's got the whole crowd going one way and the one guy going this way. Or girl, love you all. But what I mean by that is understanding that when you chip away and do things that society is not doing, society is Bud Light, Sweet and Low, and McDonald's. When you run away from the apathy that society holds as standards, you'll create a life for yourself that will be unrecognizable, as I said before, to the one you're sitting in today. How does it start? It starts by changing your habits and change your disciplines. For me, it was getting up at 5:30. Sean would call me at 5:30 in the morning, and I'd be like, hello, what's going on? And he's like, and he'd like ask me a question, and I'd mute it, and I'd go, I'd cough out the cough, try to act like I was up pumping iron or whatever. And then I'd be like, what's going on, Sean? How we doing? You awake? Yo, yeah, I'm definitely awake. Pacing around in my hallway right now. I'm trying to wake up my kids. I'm definitely awake right now, But the world starts sooner when you want to be massively successful. And for me, when I started waking up at 5:30 in the morning, giving me those 2 hours of time before I make breakfast for my kids, because I want to be a good dad. I got 4 of them, so I got a lot of work, a lot of pancakes I'm flipping, right? And then get them off to school. That gives me 2 hours to exercise and get ahead of the day. And for you, if you'll wake up earlier, it will change your whole paradigm. You will be up, you'll have emails responded to, you'll have calls made, you'll have your food prepped, you'll have your LaCroix in your bag before you hit the street. You'll be so set up that the people that wake up early, I'm gonna do it. Where's Nat? Is Nat still here? Nat, what time do you wake up every day? 4 o'clock in the morning. 4 o'clock in the morning. Probably goes to sleep at 10, 6 hours. You don't need much more than that, right? It's it. 10, 11, 5 hours. We're trying to change our lives forever. All right, number 2, find your enemy or stay where you are. And find your enemy or stay where you are. And what does that mean? Find your enemy is pick something you're so disgusted with that it wakes you, keeps you up at night or doesn't let you sleep. And what does that mean? Maybe you want to take care of your family. Maybe you want to take care of your children like I had. Maybe you want to do something better for your community, philanthropic. Maybe it's you want to give your mom a better life, right? Because you are where you are today. And I was where I was, sitting there in an apartment making 20 grand. I made $42,000 the year before I started Family First Life. My wife made $68,000 a year as a nurse. And I was defending my situation and drinking a 6-pack on the couch, watching crap on TV, texting with my other broke friends about fantasy football. And I thought that I deserved that because I'm a man and I get to do what I want to do. And yeah, you have a good career and I'm trying to figure out this entrepreneur thing, and just made excuses. And I finally, when I found FFL, I got so sick and tired of making excuses and hanging out with this group of friends that I loved as fun people, but were not making me who I wanted to become. And we'll argue to the teeth about needing to go to a softball game or a reunion or go, Gina came to town and we got to go get drinks because, Gina never comes to town, honey. And all of a sudden there goes 2 days because you're all hungover. And that is the repetition of life. And whether alcohol is not your issue, whether something else is your vice, whether it's discipline, figuring out that you have an enemy that you need to fight and get so pissed off that it keeps stealing your future, or figuring out what is going to put you pressure to make you move forward. For me, I had discipline issues and I had a wife I wanted to make proud. That was my thing. I just wanted to make her proud. And FFL gave me that. FFL gave me the right to work and the ability to separate myself from society. And there's not many things that will cross your path that will give you the chance to change your life like the way this company has. Get leads, go protect them, repeat. Do it as many times as you want a week, as many times as you want a year, as many times as you want a month, as many times as you want a year. Turn around and teach some people how to do it. Change your life forever, change their life forever. Number 3, seek new knowledge outside of FFL. I love the podcasts, I love the trainings, I love the guests that come on. But the big thing I need you guys to understand is that you're going to get the right stuff inside of here. You're going to get the right training. You're going to get the word tracks. But your mind has to evolve and change to someone, if you want to lead a team, if you want to grow an agency, if you want to be someone who's revered and regarded as someone who's got an idea how to build this business. Your thoughts need to come from additional outside sources. And for me, I found YouTube University, I found Audible, I found books that I probably have 200 books sitting on my desk that I've read the first 13 pages of. I've read 13 pages of 200 books, and for that I'm a little bit smart. I'm 13 pages smarter times 200. But I got a bunch of books I need to finish. But for me, every single day I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to get better, whether it's YouTube video, whether it's a book or a blog. I'm just trying to go, I'm chipping away. I'm the 5:30 a.m. guy who's beating out my buddies who are, I got a bunch of buddies. They golf 3 times a week. They think they've got a great life, right? I didn't golf at all. I don't golf now, but I didn't golf at all, and I got a pretty darn good life now because I gave up the things that I thought were important in the short term to pick up the pieces for the future I want in the long run. And so when I say seek new knowledge, I was in an Uber recently, and this guy is telling me about how his daughter is studying in college the future of farming. Watch this. The future of farming. The future of farming is putting collars around all of the cattle and sheep and goats and things that are on farms and herds and whatnot, and moving them with invisible fences to eliminate the need for fences and to eliminate the need of cowboys and ranchers and farmers, because they can just put little buzzers on their neck left or right to move them and move a whole herd with Wi-Fi. And to me, I'm like, holy, so the world is shifting. You know what holds value and holds water and you can't take away? Your skills, your ability to communicate, your ability to present, your ability to get people to take action. The government comes down and they say, life insurance is everyone gets $1 million life insurance for free. It's part of the benefits. Thanks the government, right? That happens. And our company is we're done, right? What could you go do? Well, if you've developed some skills of communication, some skills of presentation, you'd make sure you've protected your family. You'd make sure you go off and I'll go sell cars or roofs or I'll go sell pools, right? My man over here is selling the heck out of some pools. And so that's the biggest thing I'd hope you guys put into position is understanding that the skill development you seek from outside of FFL as well as inside of FFL is going to refine who you are. Number 4, understand you're a problem solver. Can you say that for me? Problem solver. Say it again. Say it louder like you mean it. Thank you. Okay, you're a problem solver. That's what you do. You run into the home with a client or on virtual, and you're trying to solve the problems of the clients. And if you're recruiting into this business, trying to build an agency and change others' lives, you're trying to solve a solution for someone who hasn't found a way to make the kind of income that they want for their family too. That's why they filled out the ad. That's why the client filled out the lead card. So the sooner you understand you're a problem solver and you're going through each and every challenge, and each and every conversation you're having looking for problems, what is the problem this family has? What is the problem this person has? And how can I present Americo or Excel testing solutions as the answer to the stress they have? That's a simple way to start looking at this business. Instead of confusion, look at what the problem is and what I have in my quiver. That's what arrows go in when you're an archer. Josh got it. To solve problems. I used to say bullets in a gun, but it was very dark. So I said arrows in your quiver as I watched Robin Hood a lot as a kid, when Kevin Costner came out, I don't remember the title, but okay, back on the topic. 2 more. Bet on yourself. Buy all the leads. That's number 5. Bet on yourself. You heard these guys come on stage talk about the amount of money they invest. It's not an expense, it's an investment. You spend money one time, then you're playing with house's money. I've never been at the casino and they give me back the money I gave them. I'm in an eternal red with the casino, but I'm in the eternal black with the insurance industry. And if you look at this as an investment, the initial money you spend, then you now turn around and invest, that early on in my career, early on in this business, I came back from my first convention and I was like, they said to buy more leads, honey. They said to buy more leads. They said to buy more leads. And we get in the CRM and there's 472 leads inside of the FFL CRM, and there were $4 each or something. And I look at my wife and she's like, should we buy them all? And I was like, what? Should we buy them all? I was thinking like 100, you know? And so like, but what happens is the faith and the excitement I poured into her of what I learned at a recent convention put me in a position to give me the ability to then go out there with that $1,600 to $1,800 investment, put myself in a position where I turned that into 30 families protected from that single investment. That's what I want to challenge you all to do, is to buy all the leads. Put yourself in a position where the pressure forces you to do things you've never done, and then you'll get results you've never had. That's number 5. And number 6, if you want to build a team, share more about other people. For me, my friends knew me as a loser. I was a loser when I first started in this business. And by society, I mean, I had a wife and she was prettier than me, and I had kids and they were cuter than me. But like, as far as an income-producing asset to the world or someone of value, I was a loser. And I wanted to recruit. So I started selling and protecting families. But my biggest success in recruiting was sharing the stories of other people inside the company who had changed their lives quickly, because all my friends and family and work associates people knew me as me. And that didn't hold any water to a group of people that all knew me as the guy who drinks 6-packs and passes out on the couch. And that's not cool. It's not cool when you're in your 30s. It's not cool in your 20s. It's not cool when you're trying to change your life and give your wife and your partner, and was it Mrs. Polcyn? Or Robbie Shannon said Mrs. Polcyn over and over again. The best future you could dream of. And that's what I want for you guys. So share the stories of others, and I'll leave this quote with you as I heard this on an audible on the way in today. And it was a line from Chris Gardner. Whoever saw Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith, amazing movie. I was in a dark place in my life back then, and I actually went and saw that movie by myself and sat in the back row and cried. Like I've gone through some stuff, guys. And nothing, I mean, I had to dig ditches, and I wasn't in like rehab. It's just, it's just first world problems, right? But you just, dude, like figuring out how to become disciplined and change whom you are and whom you think you are to who you want to be is the hardest thing you'll ever do. But if you have a blueprint of success, and as I made that joke earlier about the house with the lumber and the blueprint laying in front of it, it's here. The blueprint's here. Follow the blueprint. But I went and watched that movie by myself, and it gave me some great perspective. And it's interesting that this quote has come around full circle as I close this talk with you today. And Chris Gardner, the character in the movie, Will Smith's character, he said a line. He says, "Find something you love to do so much you cannot wait for the sun to rise so you get to go do it." That's how I feel about FFL. Every day wakes me up, fired up. Who's growing? Who can I help? What's broken? What can I fix? Who can we talk to? If you wake up each and every day like that, you'll change your life, guys. Thank you for your time today.